Hey, this is Christine coming to you with my 2015 book haul. These are, I think, all the physical books I've gotten or bought this year. They've been paid for by myself for the most part, or been given to me by friends and family. I know that some of them I bought with gift cards, etc. There are not as many books as you'd think when you hear the words 2015 book haul because I do not buy a lot of physical books. Mostly I buy digitally. I listen to a lot of audiobooks and it's just easier to get them so I can listen to them on my phone. Yeah, that's it. I just wanted to give you a little bit of information beforehand. I've, there, yeah, here are the books. With the first of my Christmas money, I got myself some Virginia Woolf. I got her essay, A Room of One's Own, where I've read parts from it before, but I haven't read the whole thing, and I still haven't, but I like having it. I like Virginia Woolf. I have read several of her novels and essays, so I know I will like this, and I appreciate her way of thinking. And I also got her novel, Orlando, which I, for some very strange reason, have not read. I read Mrs. Dalloway first when I was 15, and I should have gone for Orlando. I mean, I know I would have loved it then, and I know that I will love it now. It's hard to find for me to find sort of time to dedicate to Wolf because I feel like she needs my full attention, and I have been having a hard time giving books my full attention. So I've been reading a lot more sort of lighter, less dense literature, and not so much Wolf this year, which is sad. So hopefully in 2016. Then there are these two books, Odensbarn and Avna, book 1 and 3 in the Raven Ring trilogy by C.L. Patterson. These are my favourite Norwegian young adult fantasy novels at the moment, and I got book 1 on a sale. I have read it before, but I got it on a sale and I just had to have it because I'd borrowed it in a library. And obviously number 3 I had to have, and it was new this year. And I love these books, they're really great. I don't know what else to say. I hope if they get translated to English, I will be throwing them at people, or at least urging them to buy them. And then I read this book, Cursed, which is the second book in the Alex Verus series by Benedict Jacka. I read this when I was on holiday. I read the first one a few years ago and I thought it was alright, so I thought I'd give the second one a go, and it definitely is enjoyable urban fantasy set in London and around. It's quite enjoyable. It's enjoyable characters. It's fun. It's not revolutionary in any way, but it's I like it. I quite enjoy it. Then I have another Norwegian young adult fantasy. It's called Hulda. It's about a boy whose mother is accused of murdering Hulda, which is a sort of a Norwegian mythological creature, and he has to prove her innocence. She's committed to some sort of psychiatric institution because she believes she killed this mythological creature that nobody believes in, which is what you see on the cover. I've heard it might be a bit for younger readers, more middle grade than young adult, but I'm interested and intrigued, and I want to have a read. I have someone to pass it on to if it shouldn't suit my tastes, and yeah. Then I have this, The Sleeper and the Spindle by Neil Gaiman, illustrated by Chris Riddell, and it's an absolutely wonderful reimagination of Sleeping Beauty. And it's actually not as dark as I thought it would be, but it's both funny and sort of interesting and a little bit dark, yeah. I liked it, and it has a twist and everything. It's just a very, very beautiful book. It's just a very beautiful little story. I don't have anything else to say, really. This is a book of poetry called Kelp Song that by Cecilia Kå that I bought when I saw from the writer on Twitter that she had published this. It's a self-pub, and I thought, okay, I will buy that. And it's 35 pages of poetry following a character called Kelp, and it's about love and loss and breathing. Essentially, it's about life and magic and just absolutely wonderful little book, I thought. I'm not a poetry expert, so others will probably be able to say something eloquently about it, but I liked it. I read it twice, so yeah. This book I bought on a whim because, yeah, The Unapologetic Fat Girl's Guide to Exercise and Other Incendiary Acts by Hannah Blank. I bought this because I'm fat and I exercise, but I'm too advanced for this book, and the things in here were very much not relevant to me. Although you can say that I've marked some places that were relevant and that were interesting and or inspiring and taught me something. So it's not entirely wasted. It was just a bit too much for people who weren't where I am or who have different sort of issues than me. But if you're new to exercise and you're fat, I would recommend it. Then I have these two books, Ready Player One by Anders Klein and Regrettable Superheroes by John Morris. I got both of these in Loot Crate, and that was an enjoyable experience. It's funny, they don't have ISBNs, as they were in the crates. Ready Player One needs no introduction, I think. I understand the hype. I am excited to see this as a movie, and it was a really great, fun read for me. I really liked it. And Regrettable Superheroes is more of a coffee table book that just sort of shows you a little bit about superheroes that haven't made it, that sort of tanked, or I don't know, some of them probably never. I don't know, I haven't read everything about it in it. And here you have Warner's, for instance. I have not read that. I just, open it randomly. But yeah, it's a sort of funny book that to have on your coffee table, I guess, or just flip through every now and then if you just want to, if you have 5 minutes. And you can do that. Yeah, it was just a little fun thing there. And then I have this again, which you have seen before. I just want to show the pretty crystal illustrations like this one. I really like this one. I would love to have this one on a print on my wall, you know. And I also got these more Neil Gaiman, Chris Riddle stuff. That box set that I just showed you by Neil Gaiman with the Chris Riddle illustrations, I have read most of those books, and I own the Graveyard book already, but not in the illustrated version, and I just really wanted those. And I've read Coraline so many times, but I do not actually have a copy of it in English. At least I have a Norwegian edition somewhere, so I thought it was cool to have that, which is why I got it. I'm not actually intending to read it so much. I read through it, fortunately, in the Milk, though, which, yeah, I flipped through them and looked at them and everything. They're pretty. And then I somehow lost the footage of Save Me the Waltz by Zelda Fitzgerald, which is sort of semi-autobiographical, I think, about her life and her marriage to F. Scott Fitzgerald. So I'm curious about those two. You know, they're infamous, I guess. Anyway, I just wanted to read it, so I bought it. I have not yet read it, as so many of the other things here. I've been having this sort of book fatigue, I guess. I feel like I haven't been able to get properly into books this year, especially books that I sort of feel like deserve a lot more attention than what I have been able to give. So I've been reading a lot more lighter, fluffier stuff that doesn't really require that much of me, or that have been sort of 200 pages and less, because in my head that's sort of something I can mount. I can do that. But I've been reading thicker, longer books by the end of the year, and I think I might have gotten my groove back. I don't know. So yes, those were the books that I bought this year, and I hope you've had a good reading year, and that 2016 will be as good or better, depending. And I will see you around, I guess. Bye.